How do you cultivate that trust that you both have in your relationship? How do you create that trust that you know that she's not going to do that?
I don't know. I feel it's just from talking about these topics, and I see, like, we sit down sometimes and we talk about what we want from our relationship in the future. And
So developing more of an expectation.
yeah, it's more like an expectation. Yeah, and I trust her enough to even if she would do it, I feel like that's gonna sound very arrogant, but I'm gonna say it. I feel I'm very secure in myself, and even if she do it, if she would do it, I know I would be sad for like a month or two. But then, regardless of that, I feel like that's a good thing that she did it, because I'm not spending enough more time with that person. Because regardless, she meant to do it. So I'd rather her doing it earlier than later.
For sure, because I think it's about understanding your self-worth when it comes to understanding respect. When you've got respect for other people, inherently you need to respect yourself first. And I think when you talk about cultivating respect, and you respect her enough that you know that you're not going to do that, because you not only respect yourself, but you equally respect her, right?
Yeah.
But then there also comes cultivating trust within your relationship, knowing that you two aren't going to do that at all. And if you did, you would be able to say it quite openly and go, hey, I fucked up, or whatever it might be. I suppose when it comes down into a romantic setting, it's knowing who you're with, and understanding your boundaries and their boundaries, and knowing what offends you and what doesn't offend you. Like, would you say that if you were to talk to another girl and it wasn't anything to do, and let's say you weren't even talking inappropriately, would that be a step in her boundaries? Like, probably not, because you're just talking, right? But I think the moment where it becomes where you're doing things in secret, or doing things where it's kind of in a disrespectful way, where that's where it starts to cross a line.
Yeah, it's the intention, right?
It's
like if I'm talking to a girl and I'm just talking because God knows, maybe she asked me something that, okay, so I went to this visualization event a couple of weeks ago, and it just basically talked about how to reprogram your mind and just achieve your goals faster in a way. So, and I was talking to this woman there, and we just talked, but then there was an intention for me to think that, I would like to invite her on a date, or would like to play with her or something. It wasn't anything like that. I wanted to say fuck, but I didn't want to say fuck.
You can
but
say
I said
it
it now.
Podcast, it's fine.
Yeah, play is fine.
Yeah.
But my intention wasn't to flirt with her. It was just talk. So alternatively, you have to trust your girlfriend as well. If she's talking with a guy, I know she's not flirting with him. Well, I don't know actually, but I could feel if she's flirting with him or not, I think.
If she was flirting with another guy, but she knew her intent was being... Because I think sometimes women can talk to a guy and a guy will register that immediately as, oh, she's flirting with me, even though she's not, she's just being kind.
Yeah.
And that's where you kind of have to have that security within yourself, knowing that, yeah, she can talk to other people and I'm not going to fly off the handle because she's allowed to do that, because I'm secure in myself. I'm not like, oh, she can't talk to anyone. I know you're not like that, because maybe you've done the work and you know that, you know your values and you know where you sit and you know how much you're worth.
Yeah.
And I feel that's really important when coming into any situation, whether it being a friendship or a relationship. Like even the relationship that we have as friends.
Yeah.
We know that we, I suppose, there for each other in situations where it might be if you needed a hand or if you needed help, or even if you wanted to talk to me, like, yeah, more. But it's about cultivating and understanding, like you say, the expectations and intent.
Yeah.
And you know what it is that you're going to get out. Not like what you're going to get out of it, but I suppose that you have this form of understanding that you're both, let's say us, for example, that we both know that we would both do the same for each other. And I think that that's really important. I think that's because we're as kind to each other as we are kind to ourselves. We understand. I think we look at it from a form of empathy.